long story short, we're gonna try to just deal as much damage to the player as possible in the shortest time frame allowed. We're using Phoenix Chick. Not only it's just like a one drop that deals some damage, but it's since it has evasion and haste, it's actually a great enabler for both light up the stage and skewer the critics. And because of that, we're going to be trying to use it as that enabler early on. But later in the game, if you have three other creatures that can attack, sometimes the boards get stalled a little bit. Your opponent has two or three big things, and you have two or three little guys. Makes it kind of hard to attack. But if you have a Phoenix Chick in the graveyard, you attack with everything, pay red, red. Phoenix Chick comes back with a plus one counter on it. All of a sudden, you actually have a reasonable attack force, and a single burn spell somewhere in there also might pump your prowess creatures, maybe shrink your opponent's stuff, and ruin combat for them. I think Phoenix Chick's a great card. I'm going to try it out today in this build. We'll see how it goes. They actually went from tabs to Windows when they went to version 4. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going from tabs to Windows, chat? All right, I'm going to go ahead and just spiky field this thing. I don't want to get popped by Brave the Elements in a weird spot. Yeah, you know what Magic Online needs? It needs more windows. Imagine going from tabs to Windows after the year of our Lord 2010, you know? Every single thing in the whole world uses tabs. We're gonna go back to Windows because that's why. In the main phase, kill their creature just because I don't want them to be able to protect with Brave the Elements for free or for cheap at least. They also change the text randomly. All right, Militia Bugler. This is a cool one. One I haven't seen too much in this deck. Bugler into Bugler. Okay. We're going to go Chandra Skewer. We're just going to try to keep the board clear for our Chandra. The more we keep their board clear, the worse their things are. I wonder if they're double queuing. Playing a bunch of removal spells to kill creatures is not ideal, honestly. As weird as that sounds. We want to be playing creatures early and then using those creatures to just pound face. I'm gonna add a mana. I'm gonna play Light of the Stage, I think. Look for a way to clear this. Alright. We misclicked. I thought it was a mountain, honestly. I'm gonna hold up Stomp here actually instead of playing Kamano. Missed the damage. I honestly thought Swiftspear was a mountain. I thought it was one of these. It was kind of blocked by my Obosh. That's a mistake. I just missed the damage. Alright, they're playing Thaw's Lieutenant. They might have Brave the Elements and they have 5 cards chilling. I think I'm just not gonna stomp. We're getting dangerously close to the Chandra Ultimate. I'm gonna go for a Thaw's Lieutenant. With the Wild Slash, they're gonna Brave and response all Bone Man. I can't play the Bone Man this turn, but I can play Kamano and then play Bone Man next turn. We sequence it this way so that our Bone Man doesn't get countered. If we go EOT, Stomp, and Brave the Elements happens, we're big sad. Attack for 4. They don't have hasters. Hopefully. Guess they could have Gingerbread Man or something silly. Although Gingerbread Man's not human, he's a gingerbread man, so why would they play him? Probably a Guardian. Okay. Another Lieutenant. All right, let's exile the top card, I guess. Oh wait, no, let's put Obosh in hand and play the Bone Man. And hope they don't have Brutal Cathar. So we can ultimate the Chandra. Even if they do have the Brutal Cathar, though, they're not killing the Chandra. All right, so they do have the Brutal Cathar. Our Swiss Spear actually can't block well either, so our Chandra here is going to take 5. And then we'll play Obosh, take up Chandra, deal damage, and then maybe start attacking with Kamado and Swiss Spear. They're at 10, so like this is very dangerous for them. The Chandra's gonna do them too, and then the Swiss Spear and the Kamado both threaten to do a lot of damage since they do double. But I am gonna go ahead and play Obosh. I'm gonna deal them a damage. And then these both deal double, so we're just gonna swing in. And if they do have another Brutal Cathar for Obosh, we do have a stomp. They go to 2. All right, we're not under threat of lethal here, and they're at 2 life. We have Bone Man, so I think we're Gucci. I feel like they needed to block, but maybe they thought that they couldn't win if they blocked. Just free Torbrand? Yeah, basically, Roy. Why play Torbrand when we can have free Torbrand at home? All right, well, the plus on the Chandra is lethal, so let's just do that. So, I mean, like, sacrifice Ramonette for lethal. Yeah, I have like 1,000 ways to do lethal. We got Stomp, Chandra plus Obosh. Easy. Easy, easy. All right, so this matchup, we definitely want Chain Whirler and Rending Volley. We get a little slower. We don't want Rampaging for Ostodon. Light of the Stage is a little bit lackluster, but we do want to turn on Phoenix Chick. It's possible we just get a lot more control though, and we board out Phoenix Chick and Light of the Stage, and we just leave in all our removal. Let Chandra Chain Whirler do all the heavy lifting. Chandra can be a little awkward against their super aggressive draws, but when we're boarding in Chain Whirler and Rending Volley, that means we're just becoming a lot more controlling. And I think when you're becoming more controlling, both these cards get a lot worse. So let's just, this looks like a pretty clean sideboard, so let's just do that. I didn't think it was right at 2K. I thought it was 1080 and then 2160 and then 4K. Soldier of the Pants, De Leon. I'm gonna play Kamano here. I'll be able to make Soul Scar a 2/2, but also get a blocker a lot earlier. And also if they don't have Thall's Lieutenant, then a Chain Whirler in a few turns could just clean up the soldier for free. This is a very aggressive play, whereas a play with fire or Wild Slash would have been really defensive. I'm not sure if it's right or not on the draw though. Maybe we should be. Right, but you say 2K like I'm some dum dum. Like obviously it's 2K. You know, it's like well, you're wrong. It's not. That's why I asked if it was 2160. I'm pretty sure it's 2160. These seem really bad against me. We're gonna kill one of the law runes in response, and if they have brave the elements, that's okay. They can't really attack here anyway because of the Soul Scar Mage. And then we got to figure out a way to deal with this law rune that's not a 2-for-1. I don't really want to do a 2-for-1 on it. We can hold back the Soul Scar to block. We can play Stomp Kamano or Kamano double play with fire, depending on what they do. They only have 1 card in hand, so they're pretty low on resources. We might even be able to attack with the Soul Scar, hold back Kamano. Shrinkability of SSM is so nice in these matchups. Yeah, it's just awesome in general. Do I attack? I don't want to attack. Yeah, Boxy, wouldn't it be cool if at the end of the universe or whatever, we find out that we should have been going by 12s all the time instead of 10s, you know? Like our math is just functionally off. But we got it right with clocks, you know? That'd be sweet. This is an easy no block. Hurry up. We were a 12 base counting system forever? That's sick. Maybe they were right, you know? 60 base? Well, that doesn't sound 12 base at all. Oh, because of seconds, yeah. An hour. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Maybe in our universe because of the gravitation, or not, maybe in our galaxy because of the gravitational pull of the sun or whatever, you know. All right, we'll get bit by a Brave the Elements here, just so we can use our mana more efficiently. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can put Obosh in hand. We also want to cast the Bone Man to get the benefit from Stomp, and I didn't really want to go face. Nice, Simic. All right, we're gonna kill a soldier, or try to anyway. See what they do. Attack with this one. If they don't block, we'll go play with fire the lieutenant, and then post combat we'll skewer the law rune, and then that'll leave us 3 attackers next turn and Obosh to put in hand and let us use all our mana. I don't know, Kev Bell. I think it's just a fun thing that we all thought was very funny when we were children. Ooh, this is the last card's actually pretty bad for us. We spent so much of our time killing creatures, and now they're just going to kind of grind us a bit. And this thing has 3 toughness too. I might actually suicide shove these in. Not sure. They're definitely just gonna block Soulscar Mage. That's perfect. We'll just kill that and attack for 7. And they're in the hurt locker. Yes, definitely not funny now. You're right. And my opponent's playing so slow. This is very frustrating. This match could have been over a long time ago if they just clicked the buttons right. I also think this deck's just really good though, Cygnus. If you like aggro, this might be a good one to swap to. I think Phoenix Chick's quite strong. Forest. All right, we gotta kill this elf. Get that Whisper in too. Nice. The perfect draw. Couldn't have asked for a better draw, chat. All right, we're not gonna play the play with fire. We're just gonna let the etching block here, and then we're gonna play a light of a stage. Mountain skewer. So we'll play the mountain. I'm gonna play the skewer, and I'm gonna play the light of the stage. All right, next turn we can go Swiss Spirit Kumano. Play with fire attack. A lot of damage coming through. This deck's really efficient though. It has the ability to use this mana very well because the Obosh. Obosh gives it that odd mana turn, whereas Den and Raymonette give it like a on 4 and 5. You know, the ability to do stuff. And then you have so many 1 and 2 mana things. What's happening? They're just not gonna cast a spell and sad about it, I guess. All right, so do we want the Dawn and the Chain Man, or what do we want? What do we want to cut? All 1 drops are important. Removal is good. I don't think Chain Whirler is particularly great. Now, I guess the question is, does Dawn come in against them? Do we want Dawn to prevent the big stupid turns? I don't even think Dawn's that great though. I don't think it's better than Light Up Skewer or Chandra or Bone Man. All my one drops are really important as well. I think I'm just gonna no sideboard. I'm gonna no sideboard against the green guy. It's possible we want burning hands or something just for this matchup. We just board in like 3 or 4 burning hands. It turns off our Obosh though, but I don't know how much we're gonna Obosh in the matchup. If I'm being real. All my decks are on my stream decker, JR, and the Phoenix deck should be the current one, but also just like the second one down or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the elf with Spike Field, I think. Maybe we give it to him for a turn so we can Kumano Phoenix Chick. What do you think, Chad? Do we give him the elf for a turn? I feel like that's just recipe for disaster. Next turn we can maybe kill another elf, play Kumano. And we'll play Phoenix Chick, Stomp maybe. Phoenix Chick getting a counter here is actually kind of lit. Next turn we can Stomp and play with fire the old Growth Troll and it'll get exiled. I might Stomp face as well. And maybe even play Bone Man and then save the Stomp play with fire turn for when they're holding back the block. If they play Planeswalker, I might Stomp the Planeswalker, untap, go, Stomp play with fire the Troll, exile it, attack, kill the Planeswalker or something like that. Wolf Willow Haven. Another Troll. Okay, now I'm definitely not going to. Because we're going to have to Stomp play with fire one and then maybe Stomp play with fire another. I'm attack with just the Phoenix Chick. At this point, if they ever play Cavalier of Thorns, I'm in trouble, I think. They're still at 15. We have a lot of juice, but 15 life is a ton. Old Growth Troll is basically unbeatable. That's probably why I think I should have maybe went turn 1 Kamano. Turn 2 Phoenix Chick plus Spikefield, I think would have been a little bit better. Sometimes you got to let them have the elf so you can get some pressure down. They made the green mana symbol. They made the mana symbols on this smaller as well. Why are they doing that, man? All right, Karn, get a minus. What you gonna go get? Shadow Spear? Okay. All right, so we're gonna go Phoenix Chick, Karn, Kamano Face. All right, we're just gonna go Kumano, Bone Man. And we'll just let him gain 5 life. We'll just crack back for a ton. Because if we block, they're just gonna make another 4/4 and do it again next turn, right? So we just don't block. They're only gaining 5. They have to attack. If they I guess yeah, we can't even trade anyway. I guess I'm just glad it doesn't give it vigilance. I will put a counter on the Swiss Spear. I think I'm gonna put Obosh in my hand. Of course they draw Storm in the festival. Why wouldn't they? Phoenix Chick's been good. It's been really good. Teferi slows the sunset and Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. That's not great. So they can plus and make me sack a permanent or discard a card. I'll probably discard Bone Man. I get a minus on the Bone Man. Probably tick up attack, tick up Old Growth Troll, untap Wolf Willow and the Troll. So that's vigilance, basically. And what a hit. That was a gross Storm the Festival. I did not think I was going to lose this game. But I mean, like I said, they could have just played Cavalier at some point and it would have brick walled us. That's why we need Burning Hands, I think. Even though it'll turn off Obosh. Alright, so this one, the Phoenix Chick's definitely going at Nicol Bolas. And then this one's definitely going at Teferi. Then we'll just hold back both Kamanos. And if they block, we'll go Stomp Trade. And if they don't block, we'll go Stomp Trade. Spikefield tapped. Obosh next turn, maybe? Next turn, we play Obosh, 4, 8, 12, 16. They're not quite dead. We can't really double block Old Growth Troll, so we'll just take 5 down to 5, play Obosh, see what they do next turn. Take it. Damn. Alright, well, this is actually not going to shrink it because we don't have the Soulscar Mage in play. And they'll be able to move the Shadow Spear over and just have like a nice blocker. These still all do 4 though, so we're going to play Obosh and maybe play something. Or maybe attack with something. The Phoenix Chick can't block, so this is definitely attacking. I think it's just this. These would trade, but I actually don't really want to trade. I'm at such a low life total. We're like pretty scary low. Another Voracious Hydra, though. I think our Obosh does double damage, which is nice. I'll probably trade Obosh for Old Growth Troll if they equip it with Shadow Spear and attack, since the Etching still exiles it. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just double block with Etching and Swiss Spear. We'll just double block with these two, and then they equip here. We'll just stomp and attack, and then play a Bone Man. I think this is probably better. They do get to kill both, though, which is unfortunate. I think the Obosh is too valuable. I think they're going to be too high life total. Oh my god, doesn't matter, dude. What's up, Los? Hope you're doing well today. All right, just a land from hand. If this is just an equip, I think we're in business. Oh, Stomp actually doesn't deal double, actually. Pardon me. Pardon me. Stomp doesn't deal double. Got to keep that in mind. All right, let's attack with both. This is 10 damage, and then we'll just play 2 Bone Mans. I always forget Obosh and Bone Crusher don't work that well together. They work pretty well, but not that well. Stomp deals 2, I forgot. Cool. God damn, man. They just had like so few cards in hand and they just peeled Storm the Festival like 2 out of the 4 turns, man. We might still win, but that's just such a sick peel. It could be nothing. It could be Oath, Land, or whatever. Yeah, so Stomp has its own qualities to it. It is a 2-mana spell. So it doesn't work with Obosh. That's my bad. But the Bone Crusher itself does, which is nice. Phoenix Chick does. Phoenix Chick's been doing tons of damage this game. I don't know if y'all been keeping track. I think it's already done almost 20 damage this game by itself. It's done 4 damage twice. and it's done 2 damage 3 times, so I guess it's done 14 damage or so. The Karn Kiora, they don't have a lot of mana unless their last card is Nykthos, and even then, it's not a ton. They can play, like, a 3-drop off of Karn. I don't even know. I guess they could if they have Heart of Kirin, maybe they're in business. We're gonna shove with everything, and I think they might still be dead. They got 2 blockers, they're gonna gain life. Okay, they got 3 blockers. Obosh is not even a trade, though. They have to double block to kill it, and they can't because everything else is too much. This is double, right? So these deal 8. They have to block these. This is not a guaranteed 4. We'll just hack with everybody. The Raminette might be lethal as well, but it's not doubled, so we don't gotta play it first. They can crew the hearts. They go block. They go to 13. They have to block both of these, I think, and then chump here, take 4. Maybe we should have gone after the Karn. They're trading like their whole board away, though. Would it be worth trying to accelerate out Obosh with Strike at Rich or something, or is that too weak? I mean, we've played 2 matches and we've put it on the table twice. Like, I don't think we really need to do a ton to make it good. It's already just good, you know? They should definitely block both Bone Crushers and then chump block the Obosh, I think, with the elf. Okay. That's fine with me. Alright, well, we're gonna Ramen Apple MeOT, and we're gonna hope to draw something. But as it stands, I think our advantage. Karn the Great Creator can go get something. Maybe like a 5-drop creature and then Shadow Spear, but I don't know if they would have to have like some sort of artifact creature that costs 5 or 6. I guess they might could go get Meteor Golem because they can cure on tap. So they could go get Meteor Golem and then equip it. That's probably the best play. I guess we should have tried to kill the Karn. The problem is to kill the Karn, I think we have to attack it with everything. And I just didn't really want to, you know? It would have taken so much damage away from them. They would have just let Karn die, you know? We can still win with any 3 damage burn spell here. We need Skewer the Critics. This is a trade. If they want, they have to. Swiss Spear. Alright, well, I think we attack. We just go face so they have to block. So they can't start attacking with us. I kind of want to save this as a surprise. This feels like a Pop Wolfolo activate situation. On Cavalier. Alright, we're probably dead now. That sucks. Close game, though. Let's draw Skewer the Critics. Yeah, I wish. Any thoughts on Lantern of the Lost? Maybe better than Soul Guide? I don't know. You can play whatever you want there. I just chose the one that popped in my head first. They all do slightly different things and are good against slightly different things. It doesn't really matter. Just a little too strong for us there. Just very close though. I'm gonna bring in the Dawn. Not everyone plays oh god, what's it called? The artifact that they had. Not everyone plays the life gains shit. I like cutting light the stage when our opponents have just like blockers that are annoying as shit. I think Chandra and Light the Sage are the cards I probably side out the most in this deck. But I should probably side out like Kamano more often or something. I just really like Kamano, and I don't want to board out any of my burn spells in the matchup. But I really want to make sure Phoenix Chick can do its thing, so I don't want to board out Live this age too often. Possible that Bone Crusher Giant should come out in the matchup. It hits elves and stuff, and it's one of your best cards, but it's just kind of slow. It doesn't kill elf on one on the draw, so maybe it should come out on the draw. All right, classic no lander. Hand look good though. All one land. Someone told me a long time ago, all no landers look good. You know. All right, we'll go Wild Slash off. Probably should have kept it, but we'll see. Oh, it's also on 6. We're gonna go turn 1 Kamano, turn 2 Phoenix Chick, put a counter on it, and maybe play with Fire and Elf. Bonus on 5, so killing an elf early might actually just be game. If they play elf on 1, I'll almost certainly hit it with a play with fire instead of trying to wait to chain whirler it. It's another reason why chain whirler is a little awkward in these decks because you still have to like kill elf on 1 with burn spells a lot of times. Can't like let them have an elf for 3 turns on the draw with chain man. Man, this old board Ramanap rune looks cool as shit though. I love it. All right, well, I'm gonna just chain whirler next turn, I think. If they play turn 2 troll, then they play turn 2 troll. But maybe they'll just play another elf and then chain whirler just swallows them whole. But the fact that we drew a tap land there made me want to play that, and also just it curves nicely into chain whirler. So Phoenix Chick's just gonna get over the hump here, I think. Another elf would be clutch. It's an oath. But the chain whirler here should be good at helping chop down their mana producing stuff. Sylvan Carroted. Okay. Well, Sylvan Carrot doesn't block Chain Whirler well or Phoenix Chick, so. Alright, let's play the Chain Man. Actually, Chain Man next turn might be brutal if they want to block the etching. We could go, let's go Swiss Spear, play with fire maybe. I'm gonna kill their Cure. We're missing a ton of damage, but we're just constricting them on mana very well. And now we just attack with these 3. They'll block etching, then we'll Chain Whirler. We just get to eat up all their mana. If they block Swiss Beard, we're still gonna play Chain Whirler. No blocks. Holy shit. Phoenix Chick has made Kamano look a lot better too. I've been really digging Phoenix Chick, honestly. Alright, let's just slam with everything again. Very surprised they didn't block this last turn. Like, I don't want to say Stream Sniper, but have you seen Stream Snipers before? They're kind of all over the place. We got any chatters today, chat? Not a whole lot of people chit chatting today. A little quiet. Konstantinov, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm Tandy. Got any questions? Let me know. No question is too dumb. No question is too dumb. Well, that's maybe not true, but you get it. I'll try not to make fun of questions that you ask. You hear? I mean, the game plays pretty good, I guess. I think the commentary is okay too. Just not super stoked about like the matchup, you know. It's kind of a close one. If we draw a land, we're in business. If we don't draw a land, I guess that means we're drawing a spell, and all of our spells are good, except for Soulscar Mage. Another Soulscar Mage is a little awkward. Rageous Hydra here probably needs to fight something, but it's gonna shrink it when it does fight. If it shrinks Phoenix Chick, or if it kills Phoenix Chick, then they're just dead because we just attack and pay red, get it back. Is Goblin Pile Driver playable in this format? I don't know. We were trying to build around the Goblin stuff yesterday, plans, and we didn't really come to a general consensus on how to build it. So I really don't know. Is Phoenix the only new card? It's the only new card in this deck, but it's very good. All right, so this is guaranteed to put him to 3. This is guaranteed to put him to 2. So this is a lethal attack, I believe. Well, that was weird. Are my alerts broken too? Yeah, I think something's wrong with Twitch. My alert box is definitely broken. I don't know. I'm gonna finish my game real quick. I'm sorry. Give me just a second, man. I guess they're not technically dead yet. I don't know why I thought they were dead. So Gabby Gabo, thanks for the 35 months. Says 35 months. That's almost a year. It is almost a year. That's crazy. Why not +1 for a spell? Because 1 damage is a big deal when they're at 3 life. I mean, Spikefield Hazard is lethal next turn if they don't kill this. It means the Phoenix Chick is lethal if they do kill this somehow or against, you know, they put up a bunch of blockers with. They can do fucked up stuff, man. You know, I'm just trying to like squeeze them on damage. The odds of me hitting a 1 mana spell is less likely than me just dealing them a damage, which is 100%. You know, this hand's great. This hand is excellent, chat. Did you know how good this hand is from looking at it? I was playing a little Modern the other day. Modern players play fast, dude. I love it. Modern's my people. Pioneer's got too many words. Sorry. I know that probably fucked your ears. My bad. All right, let's go Kumano. I guess Kumano. Next turn, we'll go Swiss Fair, put a counter on it. Phoenix Chick attack. The Phoenix Chick doesn't really need a counter against Phoenix. They don't have turn 2 Ledger Shredder, so we might be in business. They also could technically be Prowess, I guess, instead of Phoenix proper. Yeah, what's up, Emmett? Main deck Anger of the Gods, huh? That's just a thing you do now? People? I'll look for a land so I can get Obosh down. I don't really want a Soul Scar. I might have kept it if it was a Swiss Spear. I just kind of want to save the Skewer so I can maybe do 6 with the Obosh. Yo, main deck Anger of the Gods. So we're probably like an Izzet Okay, so it looks like we're maybe creativity, not Phoenix or whatever. That's okay. Pretty sure I bottomed that chat. All right, let's deal damage. Let's do Obosh Soul Scar, I guess. Let's just hope we don't get creativity or whatever. I don't know. Don't have any instants in my hands. Joy disruption. Cool, 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 cool. Yo, yo, Joe. Are they gonna feel to ruin me? Probably not yet. All right, well, I'm gonna play Obosh, I guess. If they got another Jawari, they got another Jawari. That's a big boy. We gotta get him down somehow. Another Jawari, huh? All right. Well, they're at 9. We got Raminap. We got Skewer. They can pop our Raminap. Looks like they're gonna do that here. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. They're pretty low in life total. We took this up to 7, threatening lethal with the minus. I don't think my Swiss Spear is going to live, so I don't want to burn a Chandra here. But a Chandra would be one short of lethal. All right, so we're at 3. Are they going to do Windfall and to kill me? If they Windfall and to kill me, I'm going to be big sad, dude. Soken's on, even worse. I guess if I had main phased it and threatened lethal, they could have just blocked with 1. If they have creativity, they have to go for it. I don't really have an out here otherwise. Yo, what's up, Jay? Is it charm? Draw 2, discard 2. Okay, I think we're maybe okay. They can only creativity for 1 now. Interesting deck, though, that creativity deck. All right. 1 damage coming at Shandy. Go for a skewer face. It was a good draw. Do they have a whole lot of stuff other than Sokunzon for Chain Whirler? I don't think so. I don't know if they're which version of creativity they are. I guess I didn't see Magnum Opus, so I don't necessarily want to bring in Soul God Lantern. I guess we'll wait and see if we lose first somehow. I also just don't want to board anything out. My whole deck's good here, I think. We're also under consideration if they're on Locust God combo. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe it's good in general. All right, I'm gonna lead with Phoenix Chick because I assume it's just gonna die. But if it's Phoenix Chick dying, I'm fine with it. You know, and if it doesn't die, then great. Later on, it'll come back. Next turn, we'll go attack Light of the Stage Soul Scar or something if they don't kill it. Remember, they did have Anger of the Gods in game number 1, so we got to be a little careful. All right, I'm going to go Kumano plus Light of the Stage over Soul Scar. All right, we got Land Bone Man. Okay. Next time we'll probably just cast Bone Man and it'll be bigger than Anger. I guess we also could have gone Soul Scar Stomp, but I'd rather just get a bigger creature down that dodges Anger. If they have a Jawari, that's fine. 4 toughness is kind of monstrous for them. They need like Lava Coil or something. Usually they don't main deck it. They'll have to have sideboard it and draw it. Big Bone Man, yeah. All right, let's swang on them. I'm gonna put Obosh in hand. Okay. All right, we're gonna go Obosh to hand and Soul Scar, and this is gonna threaten a lot of damage next turn if they don't have a counterspell for Obosh or go for a kill of some kind. They didn't kill Bone Man, and they burned a removal on a 2/2, so I think that they're in a lot of trouble here, chat. Nice little natural curve into Obosh while casting stuff up the chain. You love to see it. Can't quite get the Phoenix Chick back, but that's okay. Might not be a situation where we need to. How they won the spice wars, you know? They got a lot of spices in their dish that a lot of us Westerners aren't that used to having, you know? A lot of damage. Let's see if they kill us. We could easily die here, but they're at one. We didn't have lethal anyway we swung it. All right, fine. All right, so it's this stupid combo. Is there anything we can do to stop it? Not really. All right, just gold fishing. All right, I'll keep. What new cards do we have here? We have Phoenix Chick. Trying out Phoenix Chick as an enabler for Skewer and Live the Stage. It's been very good so far. It's been great with Kamano. Dominier's going to reshape Pioneer? I think so. I think so. All right, this is fine. I don't really care if this gets countered. If we get angered here, hopefully we draw land. We go Chandra Skewer. We get to attack with a Kamano and double Skewer otherwise, if we want to. Bye bye Mono Green? No, Mono Green's still great. It didn't get any upgrades though, that's for dang sure. Kamano's so good. Yeah, it's been great. I think we're in trouble, boss. All right, if they just kill us again on 5, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. But I feel like we're just dying this turn. We tried our best. We didn't draw our third land. We really need to draw our third land to be able to kill him. But here probably comes. I mean, I think we just don't have any sideboard for this matchup. And I don't really know what we could play for the matchup. Okay, well, they're draw 2 discard 2ing instead of countering. That's probably good news for me. They're technically dead next turn to the Skewer again. Discard World Spine Worm. Okay, but they don't have the way to generate the permanents for the thing. And they're at 3. So if they sweep us, we got to draw a land for Chandra to kill him. If they don't sweep us, the Skewer should be lethal. I guess they could have another. Is it Charm? They have to deal with some of the stuff in play. Matchup's uncommon though? Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to skew your whole deck to try to beat it. I do play against creativity like once every other league though. It's somewhat popular even though I don't think it's that good. It's just really inconsistent. They don't have a leverage point in the early turns to make people do anything, you know, like counterspell decks just beat the shit out of it, I think. Alright, so they're main phasing a big score, looking for ways to kill our creatures or counter stuff. If they kill both our creatures, it's not set in stone. We have to draw the land. If they don't kill either of our creatures, they have to have a counter for Skewer the Critics. Alright, well now they have to have a removal spell for both. Or they're just dead. Okay. GG's.
Nice.
Yorin versus Obosh. A classic struggle between two heavy hitters. Relics of a time long past where companions were in every matchup. All right, so either they're Esper or something. All right, we're gonna go Kamano so we can get a count on our Soul Scar. Also, we can get our Kamano flip more quickly, start attacking. Dodges removal for this turn too, which is nice. Vanishing Verse. That's one I expect to see a lot more coming up. I think that card has gotten a lot more playable in the last couple of months. If they don't kill my etching, I might just put Obosh in my hand. I really don't want to just run my Chandra into absorb. Next turn we'll attack with 2 Kamano. See if they do anything. If they settle the wreckage or whatever, we'll just play Chandra post combat. They Wandering Empress, we'll do the same. Do I just say go? I guess they're gonna deluge. We don't want to let them deluge for free. They might not have an answer to Obosh now. Sorry, I keep tagging my mic. I'm moving it. I'm trying to keep it in front of my mouth a bit better. They have another absorb that's a little awkward, but if they don't have an answer for it, I'm pretty happy. They just have another absorb. I like them apples. Have they used, let's see, they didn't use every man every turn. They've used most man every turn. Unfortunate. Their whole deck is designed to do that, though. Operating at instant speed, having things to do whenever your opponent doesn't do stuff. Well, now I'm kind of glad they countered, because that verdict would have just tagged it too, you know? All right, we're just going to go for a stomp and cast the Bone Man, I guess. I don't really want to activate Den of the Bugbear and get blown out by a Fatal Push. We get to not full value our Bone Man, but we get to value him up a little. Main phase of Deluge. We were somewhat right about the Deluge, I suppose. They kept 2 pretty quick. I wonder if it was 4 lands and they kept 2 lands. We'll attack for 4. We got the 2 Raymond runes as well, but I'll probably just go Stomp plus Bone Man again. All right, let's act so they go to 10. I'm going to main phase of Play with Fire. Light of the Sage, we'll put it on top. Chick felt extremely good, Seeker. All right, Yorn in hand. If they just play Yorn and blink 2 Omens, they are dead to Den plus Shock. I think I'm going to activate the Den anyway, because either one of these plus the Bone Crusher plus the Shock is lethal. All right, we're just going to put them to 2, and we're not going to play Wild Slash unless they do something that would gain life. We have Ramming Up for lethal if they don't gain life. We have Wild Slash to hit them if they do try to gain life. Again, whenever your opponent's at 2 and you have Ramming Up runes, enough mana to activate, you should basically just do nothing until you get to that point. They can maybe find something here that lets them gain life, but Absorb is the one that I want to play around. They've already played 2, but There's very little reason to play the Wild Slash here because there's very few cards that say like deal damage, gain life, or whatever. They can't even target the Bone Man right now without dying. So it'd have to be just like something that says gain life flat out at instant speed, which I don't think really exists. Kind of surprised you're not on two squee. I mean, that card may be okay. Like, I don't know what I would cut it from in this deck. Like, this deck feels very clean to me. I will bring in the 3 Ferocidongs. And I think we're going to cut 2 Wild Slash and Play with Fire. All right. Opener looks pretty good. I think I'll probably lead with Swiss Spear. That way I can go turn 2 Kumano plus light up the stage. I think depending on the matchup, sometimes you want to do things a little differently, but all right, we did hit a land and a Chandra, so our next turn's kind of locked up. So if they don't have the absorb for it, but we did hit the land too, so it's okay. All right, let's attack for 2. Forward kill's fine. Let's go Dawn. Dawn is harder for them to block with Yorion, I guess. This is a game where and a matchup where I really wish I drew Phoenix Chick. All right, Yorion in hand. They're going to be able to trial us next turn. Take a damage from this. Attack. I think we're going to lose this game, chat. We'll sack the. Let's see. Can we play 4 spells next turn? Probably not. I guess we'll sack the Swiss Spear. That way we can punish them if they ever decide to attack. But they might be out of juice after this, you know? You still put Obosh in our hands. Teferi is a scary. A plus is pretty bad for us too. That means they're not afraid of the board at all. Let's go face. All right, I think we're dead. Maybe I should have just went Skewer Face or bought Obosh or something. I don't actually know. Shark Typhoon cast. That's a good way to counter the Phoenix Chicks. A little late to the party is Phoenix Chick, but whatever.
Let's go face and then put Obosh in hand, I guess. I'll just concede. It's fine. We'll go to the next game. We'll be on the play here for game 3. Do I want any burn spells over anything? Maybe the Dawn kind of sucks. I guess we can get it in under the wire here, on the play. Maybe it'll be good. All right, so they might have Vanishing Verse for the Phoenix chick, but I think it's important to just get in the chip damage here under the radar. Yeah, it still feels like early modern. Yeah, I agree. Early modern was a ton of fun too. I used to stream that all the time back in the early 2010s. What do they call those? Is it 20 teens or 20 odds? Or is 20 odds the zeros? I guess 20 odds is the zeros. Anyone else super excited about the weekend? I am. Yeah. I got to go to the store. Maybe we're going to do a barbecue or something on Monday. It should be fun. Does anybody know if the SEG Con weekend stuff going on Monday as well? All right, so they're shocking. That's good news for me. We're going to attack with both, and then we're going to play 2 Soul Scars and a tapped land, I believe. So that just means Omen of the Sea. I don't think there's a 3-mana sweeper we got to worry about. I don't think they have the -2/-2 exile thing. They might Jawari Disruption this, though. Cycle Sensor, okay. So they're in desperation mode. Next turn, we'll probably go play with Fire Stomp. Play Fire Stomp, do some damage. Tapped land, so they're probably going to verdict us next turn. We'll sack a Phoenix chick. We just get it back. I will pay Red, bring it back. I'm going to play with fire. We're going to look for a land here, I think, so we can go Stomp Light of the Stage plus something else next turn. Raminap's fine. They're at 4. Even if they verdict us, we go Stomp Light Up the Stage with Raminap available next turn. And also just randomly hit a damage spell here. Swiss Spear. And they're at 1, and now Kamano's lethal. So we'll attack first to bait out something that's not absorb. So if we play absorb, yeah, we'll do this first actually, now that we drew the Chandra. Because if they absorb this, we play Chandra, and this is lethal with the plus. They could have another counterspell, but then they still go back down to 1. Alright, we're just going to deal them a damage since we can't play the land. Next turn, they're dead to the Raminap if they don't kill Chandra or gain life. Alright, let's hope they don't gain life. Maybe they have Vraska's Contempt. I guess if they had Vraska's Contempt, they would just do it on the Chandra before the plus. We gotta do it main phase because the mana from the Chandra goes away. Let's just hope they don't have a life gain thing. They could play like Omen and absorb it or something. Alright, they conceded. 4-0 chat. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep, but this hand could easily be bad. I just think Bone Man lets you keep a lot more hands than normal. And we got a little bit of interaction, a little bit of burn. Not having 1-drops is a big deal, though. Stop playing MTG after the Winota ban? I'm sorry, K. Smith. I mean, you had to have seen it coming, right? Holy shit. We talked about that so often. I feel like you should have Could have or should have just like swapped decks at any point, you know? Jabiri says our play group is pretty much skipped any RCQs that were modern Pioneer only for us. Nice. Got some Pioneer diehards. Love it. Future girl. Well, now she gone. Should I just fucking go slash skewer? Or I think I'm just gonna go stomp. We'll just save all our burn spells for a frenzy at the end, right? Flurry. You go down with your ship. So one card gets banned and you quit magic. That seems like not sustainable considering how many cards they've banned in the last fucking 5 years, you know? Put it on HAC. I don't know. If they're on Hanada, I'm a big dead, I think. Hanada seems I think they're on Hanada for whatever it's worth. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play Kumano. I want to get that down. I'm gonna play Skewer. Spell Pierce, that's fine. I hate that I have to click no twice on the pay these days. It's like a bug. It's just really stupid. All right, Impulse main phase. I'm gonna go ahead and Wild Slash. The Spell Pierce means that they might have creatures though, so like maybe I shouldn't be so cavalier. But I think I'm just gonna play Bone Crusher next turn, so I just wanted to not get Spell Pierced again by an island or whatever. Playing Jeskai Sensu, the new 2-mana guy. Hell yeah. I wrote about that card multiple times already, Jabir. I think it's very good. Called that shit? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Good call. Now the question is, why are they playing Spell Pierce in their Jeskai Sensu deck? Yeah, that would be my question anyway. I feel dumb for keeping my hand now, but maybe their hand's just full of removal though, so who knows? All right, we can kill this thing. And we're gonna, for sure. They didn't play a land either, which is great news for us. Play another Bone Man. We technically have lethal with Den of the Bugbear activation. They didn't leave open red mana, which means to me that they have Spell Pierce again. If they left open red mana, we could have assumed maybe Fire Impulse or similar. Your main complaint I have is that some tourneys are like 20 people and some are 60 plus, so the level of competition is so different. Yeah, but that'll even out over time, right? Once prizes get better, once like people just understand how the system works, when more people start going to things. I think that this summer was actively horrible for events. Like, I didn't want to go to anything because every weekend there was another fucking COVID outbreak, you know? It was just a lot to handle, you know? All right, let's attack. They Spell Pierce. I guess I'll just pay. Then they're dead to Bone Man unless they do anything. They're dead to Skewer if I draw it. That isn't going to stop. I think it'll be different. Like overall, I think the attendance will just increase over time. Like they're conceding to the Stomp Face. Interesting. I guess they have no outs. All right, so we don't want Rending Volley. Do we want Dawn? Not really. Soul Guide could be okay. I think we just side nothing, though. I think our deck's just fine. We're just gold fishing against them. We don't have Eidolons. We don't have similar. All right, Phoenix Chick. Show them how it's done, yeah? All right, we're going to Soul Scar first. We're going to use, like, I assume that the first thing I play is going to die. But I can go, like, attack with Chick next turn. They're gonna block the Soul Scar, but they might mess up and not. I'm gonna go for Skewer, I think. If I go for Light of the Sage, my next turn is bottlenecked. So I think I'm gonna go for Chandra Light of the Sage next turn to pump this. We can easily die this game. We're just goldfishing. Sylvan Carroted on 2 is a great draw. It just allows them to play defense pretty well, while also being a potential mana accelerator or color fixer. Sylvan Carroted, in my opinion, is the best card in the Just Guy Ascendancy deck. Alright, considers the cast. They're looking for Just Guy Ascendancy, probably. Alright, let's go Shandy. If they kill Soulscar, that's a little sad, but that's okay. Can't do much about it. And a Spell Pierce? Damn, they just had it all, huh? Alright, well, next turn, I guess we'll just do the same thing. Let's hope that we don't die. I'm very afraid of just Guy Ascendancy. Chain of the Rocks or whatever is not a big deal. Alright, so now every 1 mana thing lets them go off. Alright, let's see if we're dead. If they start with the one spell that turns all their lands into creatures, I think we're dead. It's very hard to lose when you have this situation. But, I mean, they could just have 3 lands in hand, you know? Hope for the best. Expect the worst, hope for the best. Trading resources doesn't seem great for them. I mean, yeah, it does. Seems awesome. What are you talking about? All they need is 2 cards to win the game, basically. Alright, is it Charm? Draw, discard, draw 2, discard 2. If it's 2 lands, you never know. Alright, Tandy, you've had a few hours. What is the literal best deck in the format? You're a pro, you must know by now. I think it's probably Abzan Greasefang with 4 Liliana. I think Liliana changed that deck a lot, and in a good way. Todd, what do you think about Karn Silex as a new mono green sideboard target? I think that card's not very good. Well, Fink, they gotta trade early, right? Their whole deck is like card draw spells, removal. Their whole deck is interaction and Sylvan Carroted and draw spells. Alright, so discard is that Charm Fire Impulse, so we're probably dead. Because they didn't keep. Oh, their last card was Catcher of Triumph. Holy shit. What did you peel? What did you peel? Dig Through Time? What a fucking sack. What a sack. Alright, alright, alright. I still don't really want any of this shit, right? Alright, we're gonna keep. We're gonna turn 1 Soulscar, turn 2 upkeep, play with fire, I think. We kind of want to naturally curve. But I also might just not, I might save it to punch through a Sylvan Carroted, or maybe to double kill the 1/3. You can also maybe stop a Fire Impulse here. think it's Anger of the God or bust here. Maybe I should have kept the shock. That's why I didn't, though, in case it was Anger. Tapped land. It's never good. We'll attack and stomp this if they block. If they don't block, they're maybe dead. They're definitely dead if they don't block now. All right, we have to stomp the speaker because it's not a lethal attack. And because they can just kill us next turn with speaker if they're lucky. This mana base? Are you playing my list? You're playing Sparse Headquarters, so I don't think so. Sparse Headquarters means they're probably not playing Chain to the Rocks, which is a big deal. I think Chain to the Rocks is great in the deck. You think that Ascendancy is pricey? What's the expensive cards in the deck? Is Jessica Ascendancy just really expensive or something? I actually don't know what's in the deck that would be expensive. Sylvan Carrot did? Well, if they have a removal spell, they're not dead. That's a bummer. They're 1, so they're dead to a land or a burn spell. We're going to go and play the Bone Crusher. And hope we don't die here. I think it's pretty hard for us to die here, but I've seen weirder things happen. They usually need to start with a Jeskai Ascendancy in play. First league with a new set, chat, and we get the 5-0. You love to see it.